Hey everyone, welcome back to SFTC Panther. This is Amit, and in this video, we are going to talk about what are dynamic forms in Salesforce. So, before we go ahead, please do like, share, subscribe the channel so that you don't miss any updates. And let's quickly start. So, with the dynamic forms, what you can do is you can migrate the fields and the section from your existing record page into the individual components inside any Lightning App Builder. So, the very first thing is that dynamic form is only available for our Lightning environment, where if you wanted to migrate the fields from one section to another section without modifying the page layout, you can definitely do that. If you wanted to have some filters over the fields, you can also have the filters for the individual fields based on certain criteria. Then you can also configure like you have got the rest of the components. So basically that's what we said. If you wanted to have the filters, if you wanted to have separate components at a separate section, you can also have those. And the very important thing is that dynamic form is only available for our custom objects only so far. As this is a beta version, there might be some updates in the future where we get for our all standard and custom objects as well. So let's quickly see this how we can do that. So what you need to do is just find your custom object for which you wanted to migrate your data from migrate your pages from normal Lightning App Builder pages to your dynamic forms, and then open a record. Click on this gear icon, just select edit pages. So once you will edit this, it is going to open the Lightning App Builder. So on the detail section, what you need to do is just select your detail page, and then on the right hand side you can see you have you are visiting page which is record detail, and it is asking you to upgrade to dynamic forms. So just click on this dynamic forms and then click on next, select the page layout and click on finish. So as soon as you click on finish, it is going to update your record detail page to the dynamic forms. And if you notice here on the left hand side panel, you will see that there is one more tab called field, and here you will be able to find your field. So suppose that now you wanted to have, here we have got additional field for the accordion, and in the accordion, okay, yep, here you have seen additional fields. We have got few user details. These fields are there. So if you want to add these, suppose that you want to add these fields over here. So what you can do is you can just drag and drop and uh, drop it over here. So you will find your user details in all the fields or which are here coming up. If you wanted to have two column or one column, you can just give them as a column details, whatever you want to have. Okay. And then on the other hand side, suppose that if this field you wanted to have a required, so what you can do is just select this field which is external code reference, and then you will see UI, what is UI behavior, you can have required. And suppose that this is external system, you wanted to have a read only, you can have that read only. And also suppose that this whole component which is integration details, you wanted to hide to the other users except admin. That means only admin can see the user. So what you can do is you can just go there, add filter, and you can go to the advanced and you can select here. And what you need to do is you can select profile. Okay, so you will say here profile. Just okay, we didn't get. Okay, yeah. So go to user, and then under user go to profile, because what we wanted to do is we wanted to basically uh, display this that section only for the profile system administrator. So we'll say that user profile, we'll say that equals system admin, system system administrator. Okay, we got it. Let's go ahead. So this will only be visible for the profile which is system administrator. Just go ahead, save it, and as I'm a system admin, I will be able to see this. Okay, it will ask you to activate because now this is your new page, so you will just be able to activate it. So let's quickly wait for this activation. There will be a pop-up for us. So just assign as arc default. If you want to assign it for both phone and desktop, you can just go ahead, assign those, and now our changes has been saved. Suppose that this user details you only wanted to display to the let's say this error message. You only wanted to display to some other profile other than your system admin. So what we'll do is we'll again go to the same thing. We'll see here user, and we'll go to profile. That's what we did earlier, and we'll say that name. Okay, and we'll say that done, and we'll say not equal to, and we'll put here system administrator. So we've got this profile. Okay, and then we'll save it, and then we are going to save. So what is going to happen is this errors complete error section is only be visible to the user who are not system admin. That's what we say, that not equal to system admin. Changes are saved. We'll go back to our record page, and in the record page we will be able to see the behavior of these two fields which we have set. We will also be able to see the behavior of the section that we have already added. So now you can see here we've got our user detail on the left hand side where we added. If you go to additional fields, you can see here there is no section for our which is saying errors, right? Error details. The reason is that those are only visible to the users who are non-admins. That's why they are able to see. Now if you go here under the additional fields, we made this as required. You can see here it is a required field, and this is not acting as a read only. The reason it is not acting as a read only because there is a permission called edit read only fields, and admin can edit the fields which are read only, no matter either from field level definition or from anywhere they have been made. User can edit it, but they cannot edit formula fields, but everything else any other user system can edit, system admin, because they have the permission called edit read only field. You can see this is a basically formula fields, sorry, required fields. Now we can just go ahead, and we are getting some error. What error is there? You can see review the following fields, message and type. These are again two required fields which we have already made those at a field level definition. Just go ahead and save this, and this time we will be able to see that these fields has been changed. Okay, so that is how your dynamic form works with you. There might be some other scenarios where you wanted to display a few fields, you wanted to have the filters on the fields, and this is going to help you. Like this is also we can say that another variant of record types where you don't need to create various pages. You can just put the filters, and you don't need to worry about the record page. You don't need to create multiple record pages. You don't need to create multiple record types and multiple page layouts. The only single thing is going to work for you. Again, if you go there and edit the page, there will be there are few more things that you will find. Like if you go to the fields tab, on the tab you will see all the fields, you will see the accordion, you will see the sections. You can just drag and drop, and then you can drag and drop your fields wherever you want. So we've got user details, we've got details. If you wanted to have some other tabs, you can say here you can have some other tab for this complete. If you go to additional fields, there will be some components called integration details. If you wanted to have if you wanted to put this to the separate tab, you can also put there. And here you can have, like, if you wanted to change here, right? It is by default it is field. If you wanted to have a custom, you can make sure it is a custom, and you can just have the section. These are basically the sections, right? You can have whatever is going to be your default section, which one is going to be extended by default. Now it is field. Okay, if you go to the field section, you will see here you've got field section. If you wanted to drag and drop a field section, you can get your section, and then whatever the columns you wanted to have the fields, you can say whatever the fields you wanted to have, event label. So this is like kind of very flexible for everyone. You've got all these fields under that particular record you are in. You just need to, what you need to do is you just need to go ahead, do the drag and drop, put the filters, and your page is ready. So you can also analyze here on using the analyze button. It is going to tell you the performance of your page. So you will see here it is saying that performance is somehow uh, it is on the best. You can see here it is still on our 0 to 3 scale, and our we are in, I think, somewhere 2 point something, 2.4. That means the performance is also best. You can also go to the phones, and you can also see here performances for the phone. It is again very good. Here you can see good. So that's how, like, this is all about dynamic forms in Salesforce, and thank you for your time. And in the next video, we'll talk about what are the dynamic actions and how you can get benefited by that concept or that feature of Salesforce. Before we go ahead, please do like, share, subscribe the channel so that you don't miss any update from us. Thank you.